Guys, it is 22 minutes after 10 o'clock on the 25th of February 2021. It's MoleHill News PM edition. This is educational and educational entertainment purposes only. I am not trained in any way, but I just like to look at the numbers and read a few news stories, talk some shit. So let's see. Oof, Bitcoin down 5%. Wow, 47K. What a shame. Poor guy. Ethereum 1.5 down 5%. Binance Coin 231 down 6%. Tether still in fourth place. Cardano at $1.07. It's up 5-ish percent. Polkadot $31 down 7%. XRP 44 cents down 5%. Litecoin 176 down 2.8%. Chainlink 2528 8.5% down on the day, and Bitcoin Cash 492 down 7.6%. And let's see. Let's look at our top movers in the last 24 hours. Cardano. Wow, sorry, I just skipped down. My brain was like, Cardano's on that list at 5%. Inch 19% up. Engine 13% up. Damn, they've been climbing on this list every day. Near Protocol 12.5%, and Cardano at 5%. Polygon at 4%. Okay. Top movers. Good deal. I think I need to do a video on Engine soon. I've been pretty interested in that for a while. So since we checked in this morning, let's see here. It's been about 14 hours. Bitcoin has slid about 8%. Pretty consistent. There's really nothing to talk about. Just a slow slide right out of the 5Ks. Right out of the 50K. Good lord. Right out of the 50K. So we bring up the cloud. Right away, we see that we're under just a pretty thin layer of resistance. Looks like when we broke through, it was showing support, but it wasn't very thick anyway. And let's get a little more detail. Yeah, look, right when it broke through, we got a cross here where the conversion line ended up below the baseline. And if you look way back over here, it looks like they're literally on top of each other, huh? I don't know. Looks like the conversion line's still technically under the baseline. A little bit. They're both pointing down a hair, but the lagging indicator's pointing up. So looks like they're going to try to break through resistance, but maybe not this push. Maybe. Let's look on... the Bollinger Bands are staying pretty tight. And the EMAs have gone back to being inverted. Yeah, I think earlier, yeah, they looked like they had some support, but... Yep. Yeah, I think the traditional signals really are telling us that Bitcoin's gonna like fall through the floor, but that's technical analysis, like just looking at the numbers. But when we look at what we know about Bitcoin and the increasing user base to the point where exchanges can't even keep up with KYC and getting new users registered, we know that as users come online, new users come online, we're gonna see more upward price pressure than maybe these numbers indicate. That's my thought. Totally an educated thought. All right, let's look at some news. Ethereum's Berlin hard fork tentatively scheduled for April 14. So Berlin, so neither of these are Ethereum 2.0. So it's like Ethereum just is hard to keep track of because they have like multiple hard forks. So what are they going to hard fork? Here, sorry, let me not get ahead of myself. We have my apologies, man. We have Optimism as a hard fork coming in March, and then like what, 2 weeks later we have another hard fork coming in April. Like hard forks aren't no big deal. They aren't no big deal, right? Like whole exchanges can get dropped off the chain, or whole mining pools get dropped off the chain. And they're just going for it. They're just going for hard forks like left and right. really fucking patching up this Ethereum 1.0 shit before they just launched 2.0 like years late. So I don't know. I don't know. It's a little chaotic, but yeah. EIP 1559 is changing a lot of things. Miners are going to get a lot less currency out of each block. Bitsby Trippin is going to address that tomorrow on a group call, so be ready for that. He's actually hosting live right now a pre-call, getting ready for it, getting other miners to join in and talk about what they're concerned about. So yeah, there's two hard forks coming to Ethereum soon, and possibly a drastic change to the way that fees are paid. But people like Bitsby Trippin and other miners think that if you drastically reduce the rewards, a lot of people will just quit mining and sell their cards because cards are worth a lot. Power is expensive. People will switch to other networks, or people just turn off their machines temporarily, waiting for the price to increase or other factors to change. So what he's getting at is when they're like, well, we just won't pay the miners as much, and somehow that'll solve all the problems. A lot of miners are going to bail, and so like that pot will probably end up being the same, and then that fee per transaction will probably be the same. And all he really did was just weaken your network, lower your hash rate, slow the whole thing down, slow down the transactions per minute, per second, whatever, etc., etc. That is it is definitely possible that is the outcome of doing this. Really don't know. I'm gonna check on Bits of Trippin' as soon as I'm out of my own show. Crypto leaders back MIT's 4-year initiative to hard Bitcoin security. I gotta be honest, I don't really understand a lot about who the developers are, especially when Nakamoto was anonymous. Like, who has the keys to the kingdom? Who's running this thing? Who are these people that back it? But that's cool. I mean, if it needs security upgrades, MIT is probably the kind of people to do it. Yeah, Coinbase can eat a huge giant bag of dicks. Don't ever forget I said it. But it was interesting that they are going to be filing for the SEC. So kind of seems like some weird full circle shit where Satoshi was over it with traditional finances. He invented Bitcoin. Coinbase is probably the biggest and most nameable exchange out there. And they are filing with the SEC the exact shit Satoshi was trying to get away from. And then I don't know what they mean by sent it to Satoshi's. No one knows who that is exactly. So they mention him. They mention Satoshi in their filing like 4 different times. Interesting, because I don't really see if this is. I don't necessarily think this is something he would have thought of as a positive outcome to his coin. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he would. So yeah, there we go. Not much happening over here, so let's just get the hell out of here. I'll see y'all in the morning.